Good evening, brothers and sisters. I'm very happy to be here. Happy to be starting. We had to restart. We had interruption, so we had to definitely restart. However, nonetheless, I'm happy to be here. Happy to be talking about the subject that will save us. This subject will save us. We have to review our past. Today we'll be talking about Keanne ambush and how Dr. Khalid was part. She was the last person in which he was in her care. So we'll be talking about that. So they're going in depth about it today. Brothers and sisters, this is a very serious subject. As I told you before, we're going to take our time on it. But as I told you before, we got to stop playing the Judas. Stop playing the Judas for the like devil. Got to stop playing the Judas. Don't forget, as I type it into the side section that we have, press Imhotep University. Press Imhotep University, and if you're involved in science, involved in holistic science, you can always come by and get those things prepared, right? Or you can come and be a part of the preparer to get these things done. A lot of our brothers and sisters are going to the hospital, and they can use what we have. We have to have brothers and sisters that are qualified and ready, brothers and sisters, as they bring these things ahead. You and I have to get busy. We've got to get ready, because this planet is going to be turned back over to us. But if we're not ready, we'll miss our blessing. We'll miss our blessing. So that's Prince Imhotep University. All you have to do is click the link, and you can become easily involved. Also, brothers and sisters, a lot of our people are suffering from mental illness. A lot of our brothers and sisters are suffering from mental illness, and we want to help them. We want to help them. The best thing for us to do is to direct them to an African-centered psychiatry and medicine. Black people need black doctors. I can't say it enough. Black people need black doctors. They have to have us. Only we can help them. They have to have us. So in light of that, we have African-centered psychiatry and medicine. I'm going to put that in here. There are those that need the help. There are those that certainly need the help, and not too embarrassed to come and get the help. I know if I needed the help, I would come and get it, brothers and sisters. So I am not just a practitioner, also I'm a client. Now, that's African-centered psychiatry and medicine. Look on the site. Maybe something there that can help you. We pray with Allah, pray to Allah, that there is something that can help you. That's our desire and our prayer. We pray that there is something that can help you from what we give. The medicines and antidotes that we use that are herbal in nature, that are totally herbal in nature. Also, brothers and sisters, don't forget, we have holistic practice and products, right? We have to do our own commercials. You understand, brothers and sisters? When you're black, you got to be a little bit of everything. So we have our holistic practice, what we do through holistic, whether it be psychiatric clinician or whether it be product, right? We have license to do both. There's holistic practice and product. All right. And you want to put that down. Right? Those of you that may need those remedies, want to really get some good help, seek us out. Seek us out. Now, brothers and sisters, we also have Veggie Station. I can never forget that, because that's a very healthy eating site. Healthy eating site. Right? Somebody said, brother, why you got all this? Well, you know, our people have various needs. We just want to make sure that they're getting the best help that they can get. The best help you can get eating is vegetation number 2. We've got a little bit of something for everybody, right? And these are the businesses that are helping us along the way. We don't necessarily own all of them, but they're helping us along the way. And that's all right, isn't it, brothers and sisters? It's got to be all right, because one person can't do it by themselves, correct? No one person can do it by themselves. Now, also, brothers and sisters, I didn't see the link. Well, like I saw the link come up. Just want to check it again. Okay. Just in case. Just, there it goes. It did come up. So, we've got two others that we want to make note of, which is the research. We got research, right? Always get the information that we're putting out. You can have it too. You can have the same information that we're putting out. So we have to have something within our community that's useful for our community. This is the reason we put these products out, so you can have use of it. It's not enough to warn everyone else about the white man, but we need to have our businesses in our own community who won't have to worry about going out of our community. That's the thing, brothers and sisters. That one day have land of our own, place of our own that we control the commerce of. They're right or wrong. If we got a grocery store in our neighborhood, we'll sponsor that grocery store. We won't have to go to Walmart. It's that simple. It's that simple. So, encouragement. I encourage you to do it. I encourage you to do it. And we have books and research materials that you can also have. You can study that. And if you want, we can send it by internet. Right? You can read it right off your phone. Is that right or wrong? All right, so that way you got the very information that we have. We won't have anything that you don't have. And you'll be able to study it. My desire, my prayer is that you will get the very thing that we get from it, and that's information to be able to change your society. And to be able to bring up a discussion, brothers and sisters, we have to be willing and able to discuss things today. You and I, brothers and sisters, are raised by God to do just this, So that's very important. As you can see, we have a lot of different things, ways that you can support us. And also the last but not least is the paraphernalia. You can always go and get that. I want to thank all the contributors for doing it. Those that organize the page and everything. I can't thank them enough. Some things that I don't know how to do myself. So I can't thank them enough for the work that they do. Can't thank them enough for the work that they do. Now, brother and sister, our subject that we have today is a very powerful subject. Very, very powerful subject as it relates to Dr. Khalid Muhammad. And you'll see that this process of assassination, this formula of assassination, the algorithm of assassination, you'll find out that it's similar. It's nothing different. The man don't have any new tricks while he's been using the same thing the entire time. If you recall, and this is not to get off the subject, but just to give you some understanding. If you recall, during the death of Mayor Harold Watson and first black mayor, first black mayor, first minority mayor, first non-white mayor that took the office in Chicago, Illinois. If you remember, brothers and sisters, when the brother was killed, he wasn't there long. When he was killed, it was through poison of the anthrax poison. And they left him in office, brothers and sisters, knowing that he was dead, knowing he was unwell. It was those of us that was around him, didn't check on him, left him in office, which says that we ourselves were complicit in the crime of murder. I hate saying it, but it's the truth. And I know you want to know the truth. It was 8 to 10 hours before anybody called any ambulance to help Mayor Harold Washington. Now, we look at Mayor Chokwe Lumumba, the mayor of Jackson, Mississippi. Now his son is running it. Son ran for the Millere campaign and got accepted. But when Chokwe Lumumba was mayor, he was killed in office. Another black nationalist, another known fighter, just like Washington. When Chokwe is killed, 8 to 10 hours before the ambulance is called. Now, let's move on to Dr. Khalid Muhammad. See, because all of these deaths happened with poisoning. Dr. Khalid Muhammad was eating. He was in his hotel room with Keanne ambush, right? And if you look at Keanne College and look at her name, and this is just coincidental, I guess it is. You never know with that white devil. But if you look at her name and look at Keanne College, the same letters there. We don't know who she is today. She said her name was Naphtali. We don't know who she is. She come out of T.D. Jakes' church. I do know that much. She's working with Hashem Mzingo, who is a very dirty person, very nasty, you couldn't trust him, very slippery, slimy person. And Malik Zulu Shabazz is another very gross person. The whole purpose, any purpose, is for him to catapult himself over black organizations supposed to listen to him, but he has no leadership skills. You look at Farrakhan, it's the same way. This is the process of agents. And I say that with no fear of me, none whatsoever. None whatsoever, and no kind of caution. I say it because I'm not worried. And I know why I'm not worried. And I'll leave that right there. But I'm not worried about anything. Lots of time when people plant dangers for themselves, God will turn that danger around. There could be people waiting in the wing, waiting for you to do something disgusting, like turn on people, right? Something disgusting, malicious. But your days are numbered. The days are numbered. So I don't worry. So I tell some of the Muslims, you out of your mind. I don't worry. Why? I can't change anything. So I don't worry. I lean on God. But I will tell you this. You planted a seed of violence and you be met with a seed of violence. Whatever you do, whatever you plant is going to come back. So that a man planted, that shall he also reap. And that's life's lesson. And that's the lesson from the Quran and the devil's Bible. Because it is the truth. Whatsoever man planted, that shall he also reap. So brothers and sisters, Dr. Khalid was surrounded by agents. My God. Black people, we've got to stop selling each other out. The time has to come when we would not play the Judas for these devils. The time has to come. You look like fools marching down the road talking about change. That's a 19th century tactic. That's a 20th century tactic. Now God wants you to go inside of your community and build up your community. That's what you should be doing right now. You should be building your community up. You've lost your way. You've lost your way. Anybody could buy you. Anybody could buy you. The time has to come when you are not for sale, black man, black woman of America. The time has to come when you are not for sale. You got to learn that. Too many agents. I said until the last breath is gone from my body. We have too many agents that come from among us. I don't care how much equipment the devil has. The best tool he has is a Tom, a Susie, or Bessie that will do his will get information on black people and take it back to their own demise. That's the best tool. That's the best tool. They could build any kind of drone or whatever they want to build. But the best tool to have at their advantage is someone who will play the Tom or the Judas or the Aunt Jemima and work against their own people. The devil's best tool. Satan's best tool. See? We got to stop playing the Judas. Stop playing the Judas. Stop playing the Judas against your people, against the black community. Stop playing the Judas, brothers and sisters. You won't get anywhere playing the Judas. That man don't love you. I don't care how much money you receive, or how many white parties you invited to, or how many homes you invited to, or how many white women you knock down, or white men you stretch out for sellout brothers and sisters. You will never do enough where that devil will humble himself to you. You won't do it. It ain't in his nature. His nature is violence and bloodshed, and the nature of a black demon is betrayal. Is betrayal. I'm here to tell you one message. Stop playing the Judas against the black race. Stop playing the Judas. We have too many Judases. Puffy is a Judas. They had Tupac killed. Snoop Dogg is a Judas. Suge Knight is a Judas. They all of them was in on it. Every last one of them was in on it. That's how they know what happened. The only reason Suge Knight is talking now because he wants something leveraged off his sentence. But he's a demon working for the white majority. After all, how could a black man have that much power to use his people and get away with it in this day and time? No, sir, no, ma'am, something is wrong. Something is certainly wrong. And I don't buy it. I don't buy it. So we've got to get steadfast, brothers and sisters. We got to understand that we are indeed in a race, a competition for survival. It's high time that you learn that you are in a competition for survival. You won't survive by working against your own people. It'll never happen. It will never happen. Never happen. The white man is your competition. The white man is your competition. He will never love you. He will never love you. He is your competition. If things are good for you, that means things are bad for him. What's good for the black man is not good for the white man. I'm just trying to tell you. I'm not speaking racism. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He made racism. I didn't. I'm just telling you, stop playing the Judas against your race. Stop playing the Judas against your race. That's what I'm here to tell you. Because that's what you're doing. You're destroying yourself. The white man can't destroy you. Only you can destroy you. And some of you still don't get it. You think the white man is your friend. He knows what he's done to you. He knows what he's doing to you every day. At least he could be honest with you. But some of you love money so much that you're willing to do anything for it. And that's a shame. It's a shame for anybody to love money that much that you're willing to do anything for it. The love of money is the root of all evil. Money itself isn't evil, but the love of money is the root of all evil. You brothers and sisters sell yourself out for a little bit of nothing. I mean, I see sisters on the web selling themselves out just for a little attention. On the web, selling their bodies on the web. Come on, brothers and sisters. We've got to do better. We know better, but we've got to do better. We've been selling out each other a long time. A long time. And we see our community going down, 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 down. Why? Because you have too many that have invested, because that's what you're doing. Too many black people that have invested into white power. Invested into white power. Too many. Too many. And it's a shame. It is truly a shame. But nonetheless, that's what they do. And they know they're not going to be held responsible because we're so forgiving. Brothers and sisters, y'all sure y'all want to hear this? We are so forgiving as a people. You can do anything to us. Sprinkle a little God on it, and there you go. Just sprinkle a little God on it. You can kill and do whatever you want to, right? Because even the Christians are not real. So you wouldn't do that if it was a Muslim because they already know. You want to pay the price for that. The white man got you in his Christianity. His Christianity. It's not your Christianity. It's his Christianity. See? His God. His white God. His Christianity, not yours. That's why his Jesus is white. And you should know this late and date what color Jesus truly is. You should already know. Should already know what he truly is. What color he was, where he came from. His family line. And is that line still going today? Yes, it is. The line of Ethiopia, the line of Judah, the tribe and lion of Judah is still alive today. The Haile Selassie is that line. And it connects all of Africa as sons and daughters of God. You know this. You know about the kingdom, brothers and sisters. But you've allowed this devil, my God, to control and trick you into doing evil. What would it profit for a man or woman to gain the whole world and lose their own soul? I'm just asking. What is your soul? The spiritual liberation. The spiritual liberation. And the physical liberation. To control your destiny. Control the destiny of your people. The soul of black folks is one that desires liberation, desires transparency, and desires truth. Now that I said that, you're going to have somebody to go back. I'm just telling you how our people are. Can I tell you how our people are? And they'll say, Dr. Mauricelm is talking racism. Not talking racism. I'm telling you about what happened. There's a young man, 2019, that was killed. They killed him on the scene. Excuse me, brothers and sisters, I know you understand. They killed him on the scene. Handcuffed him, put him in the back of the police car or cruiser, and was talking to him like he was alive. And they knew the man was dead. Who does that? What kind of people does that? If you ever ask yourself why young whites don't want to be around older whites, because they find it hard to be in the deception about what they've done to black people. Now, they're just as dangerous because remember, it's the little snake that has the most venomous bite. They're still dangerous because as they learn who they are, they'll become dangerous to you. So they're still dangerous. But I'm just trying to get you to see. You don't have a place among white people. You got to understand that. You don't have a place among white people. And the reason why is that they understand the situation that they're in. And they know one day when you're done being dumb, that you're going to wake up and require judgment and vengeance against the one that's been keeping you down. And God then will come and vindicate you. Because the word said, when my people will call by my name, will humble themselves and pray, seek my face, turn from their wicked ways, then and only then will I look from heaven and heal their land. Brothers and sisters, we got work to do. We have so much work to do, and our children are dying by the thousands because you and I have not gotten on the same sheet of music as it relates to building up the black community. If we can contain our children's interests, then we have a better investment in the next 5 to 10,000 years. If we would concentrate on controlling as an asset, cooperatively, our children's interests in science, technology, engineering, mathematics, then we will literally control our destiny for millions of years to come. God is trying to get us back there, but we've got to get beyond the Uncle Toms, the Aunt Bessies, the Aunt Susies, and the Aunt Jemimas. We've got to. We got to get past that. We have to get past that. God is causing you and calling you to do his will. What is the will of God, brothers and sisters? That will do justice, love, mercy, and walk humbly before him. How can we do that? We say we love God whom we never seen, yet we hate our brothers and sisters that we see daily. So the best thing for us to do is to yield to the power of God. Right? As the old folks sing in the song, yield not to temptation, for yielding is sin. Each victory to help you, some others to win. March manfully onward, dark subjections subdue. Keep on living for Jesus, and he will carry you through. Isn't that right? Then it said, ask the Savior or God to help you, comfort, strengthen, and keep you. He is able, because God is able, God is, to save you. He will carry you through. There was a time when these words resonated with black folks, and we believed it. We believed it. The white man worked to put you in a system of disbelief. Everything created on this earth, you created it. Where did you fall, black man? When did the time become so pertinent that you align yourself with the white man? It was in the illusion of the Great Depression. It was in the illusion of the emancipation. It was in the illusion of the Civil War, right? Always a price to pay for you to have something that you should have had at birth. We have to be wise. We have to be wise. We have to be wise. Brothers and sisters, we should be meeting together as often as we can to discuss what is happening in our society and to build it up. A lot of the old fish joints that have closed and the grocery stores that are closed, the meat market that are closed in the black community needs to be reopened. A lot of the houses that are dilapidated, we need to go in there and redo those houses, right? Go and redo those houses and build them up, and that would help. People that want houses won't have to go out to the black community to buy it. They can buy it within the black community. We can clean the black community up. Is that right or wrong? Instead of adopting highways outside of your community, adopt highways and streets within your community and take the responsibility of cleaning those areas up. It's not hard. It's not hard. We just have to do it. And we have to work while it's day, because the night coming when no man can work. But as long as we are betraying one another, like they did Dr. Khalid, like they did Albert Cleves, like they did Huey P. Newton, excuse me. He was named after Huey P. Long. Like they did Minister Malcolm, like they did Robert Kennedy, like they did John Kennedy, like they did Martin Luther King, that was betrayal, brothers and sisters. Don't have me to get on the Irish. I can tell you about the Irish because there'd be no Ireland without the black leprechaun. But see, you have to research that stuff yourself. That's why the Irish are called freckled, you know what? Right? Come on, brothers and sisters. We've got to get wise. We've got to get wise. Every area we were over, they're taken over. But there is even racism among the whites. They don't just do it to us, but there's racism among white folks. The different lines of quote-unquote white races. But in a deeper sense, you and I both know that the term white don't even exist. Is that right or wrong? But it was created out of eugenics to give the white people, for the sake of the albino people, right, the pink people, the term white was only made to give them a place in society. That's all. It's the only reason that it was made. Other than that, it don't exist. Eugenics created the term, and the practice of racism perpetuated the term. Other than that, it does not exist. You have to know that. You got to know it. My heart goes out to you, brothers and sisters. Those of you that don't know, my heart goes out. We've got to be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of God. That's what we have to do. We've got to stand on God's side so that God will be on our side. And the quicker we learn that, the better we will be. There's nothing wrong with us meeting with one another and not meeting with the white man. But your problem is that when that white man invites you to coffee or dinner, you can't turn it down. Look at us. We're eating with the white man. Look at us. We're drinking with the white man. Look at us. We're taking a picture with the white man. You and your ignorance is glorifying racism. By playing the Judas, you yourself is perpetuating the power of racism by being a satellite for the white man against your own people. Come on, brothers and sisters. We've got to do better. We've got to do better. God is not mocked. That a man sow, that shall they also reap. I don't care what it is that you've done. I don't care what it is that you've done. The only exception is you have to go to the person that you've offended and ask for forgiveness. If you've offended each other, then ask each other for forgiveness. But if you're working against people and you don't think that that's going to come back on you, it's going to come back on you. See, before God can forgive you, you got to go to the person that you offended, and they have to forgive you before God forgive you. Then God said he will forgive you. But if you have aught with your brother, go to your brother who you have the aught with. Leave your gift at the altar. Go to your brother and ask for forgiveness. Then come back to the altar and God will receive your gift. There's a way for it to be done. You know, I've heard ignorant, old, foolish black people. You ask them to forgive you. They didn't. That's okay. God will forgive you. No, he won't. No, he won't. No, he will not. You have to ask for forgiveness. And because you ask for forgiveness to the person you offended before God, then God, being the power that he is, God being the power that he is, what he'll do at that point is forgive you because you went to ask the person for forgiveness. I'd like to ask you to pardon me and excuse me, brothers and sisters, for the phones ringing. Normally we do this show in the evening, but I'm doing it today to catch up. But God, brothers and sisters, is still on the throne. God is still on the throne. He is still on the throne. And I'm so thankful that he's on the throne. I'm so thankful that my life is not in the hands of anyone. When you follow God, you follow your destiny. Your hand is in God's hand. And at that point, whatever God say, you don't hear me, brothers and sisters. I fear no man, none whatsoever. I fear God. And I'll always be obedient unto God. Always be obedient unto God. Because it's him that has the power to give you life or death. Don't fear man. Man can only harm the body. But fear God. Isn't that right? Because God harms the body and the soul. So brothers and sisters, we just have to be faithful. Don't sell out. Please don't sell out. Just be faithful. Just lean and depend on God and wait on the Lord, and he'll renew your strength. You will mount up on wings like an eagle. You will run and not be weary. You will walk and not be faint. That's the kind of God we serve. A mighty God, right? What the song say? What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. Angels bow before him. Heaven and earth adore him. What a mighty God we serve. Isn't that right? So brothers and sisters, we have to learn to lean on God. Don't let anybody buy you. Don't let anybody entice you to sell out. Just lean and depend on God. And do justice, love, mercy, and walk humbly before our Lord. And just leave the vengeance to God, because God is truly pulling the cover off of everything hidden. You look at Vladimir Putin now. He's displaying all of these images of the black Christ. Why? We knew Jesus was black. We knew Jesus was black. But you didn't know it. Now you know. But what would that change? Now that you know that you are the Godhead, now that you know that you're in the lineage of God, the only thing that you have to do now is turn your life over to God. Somebody said, how do I do that? Just say, Lord, look, come into my life. That's all you got to do. Whether you're Muslim or Christian, all you got to do is say, Lord, come into my life. I surrender all unto you. Come into my life and direct me. For without you, I'm a ship without a sail. I mean, it's very easy. Very easy. Very easy. We ask you, do you accept this message? Yeah, I accept this message. There's no reason why this person can't be saved. Would you like to support this message? Would you like to become a member? Yeah, I would like that. It's done. You don't have to go through the crazy stuff. You don't have to go through the foolish stuff. Just express to God in your own words that you want him to come in and direct your life. That's all you have to do. It don't take nobody jumping up and down to be a hobgoblin. If you don't know what to do, just ask God to have mercy on you and come into your life, and God will direct you from there. Whether you be in the Christian church, whether you be in the Muslim temple, or wherever you are, God will direct you. Even if you are a black nationalist independent believer, God will direct you. He even direct atheists. Because I don't believe there's anything, any such thing as a black atheist. I just think it's brothers and sisters who don't know who they are, don't know where they come from. That's all. And once they get themselves together, then you'll find them calling on God. I met many atheists, black atheists, so-called black atheists. They say they didn't believe in God. But the more knowledge they got, then they turn their belief around. See, because this is still an organization and philosophy created by the white man. You just don't know it yet. That's why I'm trying to tell you, trying to educate you and help you on it. Live for God. Live for God. I repeat to God, Lord, I put everything before you. I put everything before you. I ask you to forgive me because you said you shouldn't have any other gods before you. And I want you to forgive me for doing that. This I pray unto you, O Allah God. Ask you to forgive me and restore me and give me the mercy to forgive and restore others within reason. You know what I mean, brothers and sisters. I'm just concerned about us right now. I'm not talking about the white man. I'm not talking about him. This is about us. This is a fireside chat. Fireside chat. This is us. This is for the brothers and the sisters. I'm concerned about us. He don't even enter into it. I don't think about him. I'm thinking about us. And we've got to think about us. I love you, brothers and sisters. You know I do. I got to tell you the truth. I got to tell you the truth. That don't mean I don't love you. You know, my grandfather, back in the day, a lot of those old people back then, if they were whooping, if they were whooping children like they're whipping them now, a lot of those old people back then would be in jail for abuse. Is that right or wrong? Because back then, when they whip you, they wanted to really whip you. They wasn't going to play with you, right? But what they were doing was conditioning you, conditioning us. We need to be conditioning them. Yesterday, they did the best they could do. But today, we need to do the best that we can do. We've got to save our community, brothers and sisters. Only we can save our communities. We're the only ones that can do it. No one else can. No one else can. But first, we got to stop playing the Judas. Male and female, stop playing the Judas. Black woman, stop beating your brother down, fighting him behind closed doors, hitting him on the head with all kinds of stuff, punching him in the face, and then calling the police saying that he's doing that to you. Come on, come on. We got to do better than that. Black man, stop abusing that woman. Get out of the house, brother. Get out of the house. If you have to leave, leave. But the idea is to keep the family together and to keep the devil out of your business. It's that simple. Treat each other right. Love one another, respect one another, and treat each other right. Love your children. Children, love your parents. This is how you heal a black home. We have love. We have love. And the word said, by love, all men shall know that ye are my disciples. Is that right or wrong? Black people, we are the handiwork and the lineage of God. We are the DNA of the Holy Spirit. If we'd only trust God and be obedient to him. So all we have to do is trust him and be obedient to him. I love you, brothers and sisters. This is love talk. If I hated you, I wouldn't be telling you. So I love you very much. My desire, my prayer is that you will love me the same way. And if you don't love me, don't die, brothers and sisters. But let's love one another every day. So much so that it flows over into the rest of our lifetime and our existence. If I didn't say it at the beginning, I want you to know that I love you. And I want you to know to love one another, to strengthen one another. Children love the parent, parent love the child. Extended family, let there be love that just overflow and understanding beyond us, beyond our understanding. Let us have understanding and love and dedication. And let us live our lives as we live it unto God. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you. Just don't let the spin get you down.